He is priced way up across the industry, so you will need to find some value picks in your daily fantasy baseball lineups if you want to use him as your anchor on FanDuel or pair him with one of the top SP2 options such as Dylan Bundy or Jacob Junis over on DraftKings. Lucky for us, there are a fair amount of decent players in good spots who we can target to save some salary in all formats. Rotuk is hosting a free $1,000 contest on FanDuel, so be sure to check that out tonight as well. As we always say, there's plenty of strategy that goes into putting together a winning DFS lineup, and the best place to start is Rotochill's DFS tools. Our Rotuk Lineup Optimizer is a massive advantage when you're building lineups, regardless of contest size or site. And don't forget to give me a follow on Twitter @DefsBenched for more MLB, NBA, NFL and PGA daily fantasy content, as I'm always taking questions on there. More DFS and DFS lineup builder. If you're looking for even more insight into the DFS world, Rotuk University has you covered. You'll learn strategies, bankroll management, contest selection, and how to put together winning lineups to take your daily fantasy game to the next level. MLB DFS Picks, FanDuel, DraftKings values for Thursday, April 26. Andrew Benintendi, of Red Sox at Blue Jays, DK, $4,200, FD, $3,800. Benintendi is always in play when he faces a right-handed pitcher, and tonight he gets a great matchup against Marco Estrada in the Hitter's Park at the Rogers Center. He has posted a plus-minus differential of plus 6.2 against right-handers compared to southpaws and has translated that love for right-handed pitching into an excellent .354 career WOBA against them to go along with a 35% hard contact rate against RHP. The Red Sox will likely be a popular stack on this slate, and Benintendi is one of the top overall point per dollar plays at his price. Jacob Junis, P. Royals vs. White Sox, DK, $8,300, FD, $8,700. Junis is in the midst of a breakout campaign with the Royals and makes for an interesting pivot off of Chris Sale on tonight's slate. While he isn't a strikeout machine, he offers a great floor in cash games in an ideal matchup with the White Sox at home. Junis has pitched his best in the friendly confines of Kauffman Stadium, meeting or exceeding his salary value in 70% of his home starts over the past year. The White Sox are very much a boom or bust defense and tend to struggle against right-handed pitching. If you want to stack up some of the higher-priced bets, consider going with Junis. Salvador Perez, C. Royals vs. White Sox, DK, $3,500, FD, $3,000. Perez is back in the Royals lineup after starting the season on the disabled list and is a plug-and-play night in and night out in cash games going forward if you don't want to spend up on a high-priced first baseman, which you may be forced to do with Chris Sale on the mound. It's really hard to find catchers with upside outside of the occasional long ball, but Salvi offers more consistent upside than the vast majority of catchers in the league. His matchup tonight is one of the best on the slate against Lucas Giolito, who has really struggled since joining the White Sox. Perez has flashed great upside in home matchups with right-handed pitchers over the past year, going 2 times his value on a very solid 20% of games in that situation. Chris Davis, 1B, Orioles vs. Rays, DK, $3,300, FD, $2,500. The Orioles are an interesting team to stack tonight, as they will likely fly under the radar despite a nice matchup with Chris Archer. While Archer has great strikeout upside, he also can get lit up with the best of them and has struggled throughout his career with left-handed power bats. If you're looking to a cheap guy with double homer upside, then definitely give Davis a look. He has a very solid .227 ISO against right-handed pitchers and should bat within the top half of the O's lineup. Davis is never really in play for cash games, but it's hard to beat his power upside in tournaments at only $2,500 on FanDuel.